Greetings and salutations. Welcome to LoveCast 149. It is mid-June. June 15 is officially my goddaughter's 9th birthday. She's out of state with her mom, so we celebrated her birthday last week. But, yep, I'm thinking about my little bae. That's her actual name. That's not just the modern slang for modern term of endearment. So, start tonight with a happy song from America. On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There were sand and hills and rains. The first thing I met was a fly with the bugs in the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was gray, but the air was full of sound. See, I've been through the desert on a horse tonight. Felt good to be out in the rain. In the desert, no one can remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. Birthday. Coming back around. After 2 days in the desert farm, my skin began to turn red. After 3 days in the desert farm, I was looking at a riverbed. And the story told me of a river that flowed, made me sad to think he was dead. See, I've been through the desert on a horse tonight. Felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, I can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. La 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 la. After 9 days, I let the horse run free, 'cause the desert had turned to the sea. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There were sand and hills and rings. The ocean is a desert with its life on the ground and the perfect skies above. Under the cities lies a hard middle ground, but the humans will give no love. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse tonight. Felt good to be out in the rain. In the desert, can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. See, I've been through the desert on a horse, no name. Felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. La 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 la. All right. Well, welcome to LoveCast 149. Let's see what's going on in the chats. Bud logged in as Carl Forrester. How you doing, Bud? Haven't seen you in a while, man. Saw a cartoon the other day. Horse was thinking the writer was nuts because the horse's name was Joe. Oh, man. Bud, it's good to see you, man. So you've got some bus armor you've been storing for quite a while. I think it's probably quite safe to get rid of that as scrap metal. And charge it up to memories past. It's great to see you, man. Actually, I need to hit you up on the phone and ask about some movies and television stuff, but conversation for another time. Diane and Nicole, you got what's going on with your? I have to have surgery on my finger on Monday. Terrified. MRSA has returned. You got MRSA on your finger. Whoa. All right. Good luck with that. That's a antibiotic resistant bacteria for those of you that don't know that term. Damn, good luck, baby. And yeah. Anesthetic is not exactly something to worry about. Where's the fireplace? Fireplace is it's about 12 feet that way. But is this the first one you've seen? The first LoveCast you've seen since we've not been up in Big Bear? I've been back from Big Bear. Wow, I think like as long as I was up there now. Time is just so bizarre and relative. Now that I guess the pandemic is over, now that the national state of emergency is concluded, I'll say that. Just as I'm saying, oh man, COVID, it's so passe. Who has COVID anymore? And then like a couple of friends pop up on social media and say, hey, sorry if you've been around me the last few days. I got COVID. Like, all right. Yeah. Yep, not quite done. We can be done with COVID, but COVID isn't quite done with us. Charity Swanson. Zach White. My mom Pam is here. Nathan Rita. Ram Farron. Nick Davila. How you doing, man? Melissa Catano. Svetlana, hello, darling. Angelica. Christy Davila, who is thankful to have a doctor using science rather than a dartboard and a shrug. Yeah. I didn't realize you had a bunch of skin stuff going on right now. And a biopsy today. Well, I hope it all turns out well. Hello, Kelsey Blaine Gibson. Joe Warren is here. Hello. Loved the new Flash movie. My buddy Bob did like most of the computer effects on that. At least I'm pretty sure it was that and not like a series that it might have been in the same name. But yeah. Bob did paid his mortgage for a few months. Hello, Susan Kuhn. Bud, I don't know the answer to that question. I just don't know. That's a bigger conversation we're gonna have to catch up on the phone also. Hello, Serona Farron. My intention had always been yes, and you know how life goes. And it does not always conform simply to your intentions. And, yeah, you never know what people are gonna be motivated by. Sometimes it's a pleasant surprise, and sometimes it is not. I did have a nice, pleasant surprise as far as, like, a person's intentions last week, without going into too many details and all the things. I talked to a campmate from Burning Man, of course, on the phone after the LoveCast last week, and had a very pleasant conversation about, you know, friends, girlfriends, and lovers, and partners, and, you know, things like that, and yeah, this dude who is a campmate of mine basically showed up to be the person in the world that I hoped he would show up to be. Is kind of what it comes down to. You know, he made the right call in terms of loyalty, friendship, and just being a good person. He made the call that I would have made, and that I have made in being in the similar situation. And yeah, I don't know. It's one of the things, I guess, what brought this to mind is, like, one of the greatest disappointments in life can be when people that you love and care about, that you would do, you know, that you would move the earth to just make more comfortable or happy, when it turns out that they would not do the same for you, is yeah, you know, it is one of life's great bummers, of course, but doesn't compare to biopsies not coming out right. So cannot dwell on it. We just move it on. And played a bunch of Beatles songs last week. And as I was going through my various music files, I don't know how I did not include this one. But when I saw it, I went, oh yeah, I definitely want to play this tonight. So this is a Beatles song from 1967. Hello, Karen Oliver. Lovely to see you. So, a great time for Karen Oliver to jump in, because this is with a little help from my friends from the Beatles. What would you think if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I'll get by with a little help from my friends. Oh, I'll get high with a little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. What would I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? I How do I feel at the end of the day? Are you sad because you're on your own? No, I get back with little help from my friends. Oh, I get high with little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try with little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I just need someone to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Would you believe in a love at first sight? Yes, I'm certain that it happens all the time. What do you see when you turn out the light? I can't tell you, but I know it's mine. Oh, I get by with little help from my friends. Oh, I get high with little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try with little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I just need someone to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Oh, I'll get back with little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try with little help from my friends. Oh, I'll get high with little help from my friends. Yeah, I'll get by with little help. By little help from my friends. A little help from my friends. Yeah. Karen Oliver, it has indeed been way too long. Does anyone out there have astoundingly good news? Or you know what? Doesn't have to be. That's quite a qualifier to put on there. Anybody have any good news to share in the chat? I'd love to hear some good news. I'm yeah. That would be okay. My son moved in. He graduated from Karen. Right on. Susan Kuhn got a new job. Excellent. What are you doing, Susan? What's the new job? I'd like to know. Emily Thatcher is probably back at work. She's been... Oh, that's cool. Karen Oliver says he is working at the Coach House. Excellent. Excellent. Christy Davila is on summer break. That is fabulous news indeed. Good. Kelsey Blaine Gibson's in a live show this coming week. Oh, Jesus. Joe Warren is going to Spain. Splendid. Where in Spain are you going? I've been wanting to return to Barcelona for, I don't know, a damn long time. You know, like since the day I left Barcelona, I think I've been wanting to go back. Man. Charity had a surprise doctor bill for $150. Got it changed today, fighting it to $11.80. Excellent. Mom's tooth procedure went well. Good. Yep. Susan's new job, new school district, teaching profoundly disabled students. That's quite the qualifier. I'm curious what that criteria would be. Lovely. Joe Warren's going to Madrid, Barcelona, San Sebastian, and Salamanca. I've been to Madrid and Barcelona. I don't remember being to San Sebastian nor Salamanca. That'd be a neat little adventure, though. Lovely. Is there a particular occasion? Karen says, good to hear, Pam. Sorry I've been gone from LoveCast. My son has been controlling the music since he's been cooking. Yeah, I guess that's warranted. It used to be he who drives controls the radio. Or she. So here's cheers indeed. Here's an Irish folk song. This is okay. So Joe Warren's going back to the land of where her grandparents were born. Excellent. So here's an Irish folk song. It's a traditional Irish folk song. A lot of people have played and recorded this over the years. This is called The Long Black Veil. Like all the traditional Irish folk songs, it's a happy one. Years ago, on a cold dark night, there was someone killed beneath the town hall line, just to feel at the sea, and they all did agree that the man who ran looked a lot like me. The judge said, son, what's your alibi? If you were somewhere else, well, you don't have to die. I spoke not a word, though he made my life. I was in the arms of my best friend's wife. She walks these hills in the long black veil. She visits my grave in the night winds wave. Nobody knows the Lord, nobody sees. Nobody knows but me. With a scaffold high and eternity near, she stood in the crowd and shed not a tear. But sometimes at night, when the cold wind moans in the long black veil, she cries, all of my bones. She walks the and gray. The night winds wave. Nobody knows the Lord. Nobody sees. Nobody knows but me. So here's a question, just this is a strict curiosity that it's never actually occurred to me to ask literally anyone else before. Thank you, Ron Farron. So, you know, like Google Photos has the reminder, this day 6 years ago, and then we'll just like show you pictures, I guess, that it kind of thinks are just well composed, or maybe it's pictures that you looked at. I really don't know what the selection criteria for when they show you those flashbacks. I don't know what the algorithm is picking for, but I'm kind of in this habit where I generally don't want to look through old photos. Like, I'm sure there's a thing that I could turn this off, and I just haven't like scrolled through and said, don't show me this anymore, right? But if it's not, I guess most people would want to see these things, or this would not be a Google feature, right? Google has the advantage of very large numbers and extremely large databases showing what people want to engage in, what they want to do. And, you know, I guess if you've had like a very good last 10 years, you're, say, a new parent, for example, and you've got 10-year-old kids, you know, that you really want to look back on this, right? And Joe Warren just sent me something like coincidental to this conversation, that we met 4 years ago last week, and that like three years ago this month, I guess, we met for like a socially distanced walk in the woods in Big Bear, right? Good memories, indubitably. But like, I don't know. Do most of you in the chat, do you like when you see these? My question has become rather rambling. I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, like Charity's saying, I love the flashbacks, but quite often painful pictures come with it. You know, like is it? It's got to be that for most people, these pictures are more positive than negative, or this would not be a feature for Google, right? Google has the numbers. They've got the data points that suggest this is not an overall negative thing for most people. And because it is now like kind of my routine where I'm just kind of accustomed to, don't even show me flashbacks from 7 years ago. Like half of these people are dead, and all of these were
pursuing dreams that are similarly dead, right? That just never come to fruition. Like, I don't want to see pictures for you, right? You know, I don't know if I'm being clear on this. Do y'all like? And I hope you. And this is not. Yeah, I don't know. I hope that more people have a more optimistic take on it. Just by the gauge of your own happiness, I really hope that there are a lot of people out there with some good takes on this. Because yeah, for me, I don't know. It's extremely rare these days, if I do open one at all. If there's a pic of a good show we saw of you and the boys, I'm super happy, says Karen Oliver. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's lovely. That's lovely. Okay. And Mom is saying, before COVID, I loved all the flashback pics. No, not so much. Yeah, a lot of the folks here are, a lot of the folks in the audience here tonight are Mad T fans from Disneyland. So Diana Nicole chimes in on that. Always brings me back to tea. That's always happy. Okay. Yeah, just curious. All right. Somebody that I don't know from the music world was just by happenstance asking me about Chris Cornell the other day, and I hear you, Joe. Somebody was just asking me about Chris Cornell the other day, and how ironic. He happened to die during a very otherwise happy time in my life. Except that he died. So here's one of my favorite songs that I've heard him, even though it's a Prince song. It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away. I go out every night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whoever I choose. I can eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant, but nothing can take away this blues. 'Cause nothing compares to you.
It's been so lonely without you, like a bird without a song. No one can stop these lonely tears from falling. Tell me, baby, where did I go wrong? I can put my arm around every girl I choose, but it only reminds me of you. Went to the doctor, guess what he told me? Guess what he told me? Said, boy, you better try to have fun, no matter what you do. But he's a fool, 'cause nothing compares. Nothing compares to you. All the flowers that you planted in the backyard only died when you went away. I know that living with me, babe, was sometimes hard, but I'm ready to give it another try. 'Cause nothing compares, nothing compares to you. Nothing compares, nothing compares to you. Nothing compares, nothing compares to you. Nothing compares, nothing compares to you, to you, to you. All right. Hello, Paul Carganella. And, well, Betty, yo back. And, Paul, congratulations on the new launch of the new endeavor. Paul just, launched a new podcast. Yeah. This is one of those evenings that, you know, it would be really nice to be in a partnership, to be, you know, God forbid I use the word married. Tonight would be just a really lovely night to turn off the lights and just, you know,
cuddle and watch a movie. That would be splendid tonight. So, since that is not in the offing, I think I'm probably going to do something like. Oh well, there you go. Yeah, bud, that would be nice, but I mean that's not really the primary motivator, but I mean I could just probably like getting laid isn't the point. It's not like that is a depressing point of no that would be nice, but it's not like it's not the focus. So tonight after the LoveCast, I think instead I will do probably some light psychedelics and go for a really long bike ride because I got my bike back from the shop and it's riding really well, and there's about 25 miles of lovely bike path along the ocean that I think is waiting for me tonight. Yeah, Karen, that's it is kind of hard to sing a little bit. But not going to dwell on it. Yeah. I've got something nice to look forward to this weekend. My several of my closest friends are going to take a trip up to Mammoth because they still have snow up there, and you can still go snowboarding up in Mammoth, believe it or not, right now. And I could not go because I have this voiceover workshop that I've literally been waiting for over a year. I mean, I think it's like something like 14 months I've been waiting for this goddamn workshop, and it's finally coming up this coming weekend. And this coming weekend is the weekend that my friends chose for their Mammoth snowboarding trip. So instead of going with them, I get to kitten sit. I get to kitten sit for a couple of my friends. So I get to cat sit this weekend, and I'll have a really cute little kitty that I get to grill shrimp for every night, and she's just, oh my god, just cute as the night is long, and I get to. I'll grill shrimp for her, and she's not a big cuddler, so like the cuddle and watch a movie thing is probably not in. But regardless, here's another song somebody just circumstantially asked me about recently, just because this next song played a funny key moment in a Rick and Morty episode. And a friend of mine was describing this scene in Rick and Morty to another friend, and it was like, oh yeah, and they're burying their own bodies in the backyard from an alternate reality, and meanwhile there's this like 90s emo grunge-ish song playing in the background. Hunter, what was that? Look On Down from the Bridge by Mazzy Star from the album Among My Swan 1996. Yeah, that was it. Thanks. And it's playing, and it's wonderfully disassociative, and like, and I kind of followed that internally with, well, I'm gonna play that on the LoveCast this Thursday. So here's a Mazzy Star song from 1996. This is Look On Down from the Bridge.
Look on down from the bridge. There's still fountains down there. Look on down from the bridge. It's still raining over here. Everybody seems so far away from me. Everybody just wants to be free. Look away from the sky. It's no different when you're leaving home. I can't be the same thing to you now. I'm just gone, just gone. How could I say goodbye? How could I say goodbye? Goodbye. Maybe I'll just place my hands over you. Close my eyes real tight. There's a light in your eyes, and you know, yeah, you know. Come down from the bridge. I'm still waiting for you. Hi, Corey Benjamin. Thank you for joining us this evening. Lovely to see you.
Yeah, indeed. It's a Mazzy Star kind of night. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I guess I guess I need a dog to cuddle, or a kitty, or I don't know, you know, a properly inclined member of Homo sapien would not be unwelcome. Uh, Beggars and choosers and all that. Uh, yeah, I guess it is kitten season. Funny, you one of those like, hey, remember this Google photo things that I was actually referring to a little while ago? Referred me to 2 years ago. Who listening here was aware that I found a baby squirrel in the woods 2 years ago? That was a really interesting 23 hours. It was also the last month of Wolfgang's life, and I, didn't know at the time that it was specifically Wolfgang's last month, but I did know his days were numbered at that point, and and I think he knew too, as much as much as non-human people can really know. It's probably more like less of an accurate forecast for the future and more of a kind of feeling complete with the situation if I were to extrapolate emotional sorts of things to my best friend's state of mind. And and I remember that quite specifically, that he and I both very curious about this little helpless little being that I found in the woods and needed constant skin to skin contact for, well, 24 hours a day for the 23 hours that I had him. And God, he was so cute. Yeah, that's like one of the memories that came up. Hey, remember this from 2 years ago? Remember the little baby squirrel that you had for? Yeah, it was. But he imbued a lot of purpose for as short of a time as we had together. I think I'll play an Elliott Smith song next. I haven't played this in a while. I gotta say, I miss axe throwing. As far as like things the pandemic brought that were not in my life previous to the pandemic, axe throwing is one of those. And yeah, I really miss axe throwing. There's no place around me that has such things available. And I don't know, when I do see such things online, they're like prohibitively expensive. I say prohibitively expensive in comparison to literally free when it's a pandemic and there's nothing around except axe throwing targets and, you know, like a collection of $20-ish axes that you've now accrued, and and you know, accrued quite a quiver of them. And yeah, I don't even know. So Joe Warren says we have a new axe throwing club just down the street, which is very expensive. Okay. Yeah, because I don't know. I kind of assimilated it the way that traditional drinking Irishmen probably assimilated darts. It's just something that you can do with enough space and that is inherently free. However, in Los Angeles, nothing that requires inherent space is inherently free. Strange how that has kind of become a thing. Yeah, no, Rom, that would be neat. That'd be neat. Getting a log over to the house is already a thing, and then seeing if there's room to set up a lane is like another. Yeah, it's yeah. So I miss drinking and axe throwing. Yeah, Wolfgang would sit out on the balcony and watch me. So he and I were only like 15, maybe 20 feet apart. And while I'm down in the front yard throwing axes, and he's up in the balcony, and you know, we're kind of having an active meow meow conversation. And I don't know. In some ways, I'm glad that time has passed, and in other ways, I sort of miss that era. I'm not sure how to describe it. So I'm going to do one more for y'all here. Once I get everything into tune. Oh, no wonder. That is not even close. God damn. Okay, here we're fine. All right, this is an Elliott Smith song. I guess Rick and Morty prompted me to play this because this song also played a plot line. Karen Oliver, maybe now would be a good time to adopt a kitten, but I'm trying to designate some space to travel in the next couple of months. I don't know. Leaves me in this state of non-committant limbo. And this is Between the Bars. Drink up, baby, stay up all night. Things you can do, you won't, but you might. The potential you'll be, you'll never see. Promises you'll only make. Drink up with me now, forget all about the pressure of days. Do what I say, and I'll make you okay. Drive them away, images stuck in your head. People you've been before that you don't want around anymore. Push and shove won't bend to your will. I'll keep them still. Drink up, baby, look at the stars. I'll kiss you again between the bars where I'm seeing you there. Your hands in the air, waiting to finally be called. Drink up one more time, and I'll make you mine, keep you apart, deep in my heart, separate from the rest, where I like you the best, keep the things you forgot. People you've been before that you don't want around anymore. The push and shoving won't bend to your will. I'll keep them still. Drink up, baby, look at the stars. I'll kiss you again between the bars where I'm seeing you there. Your hands in the air, waiting to finally be close. Drink up one more time, and I'll make you mine, keep you apart, deep in my heart, separate from
forget. People you've been before that you don't want around anymore. Push and shove and won't bend to your will. I'll keep them still. All right. Well, that pulls this musical train into the station, and I think I'm going to go for a long bike ride now. Make sure to tune back into the Vaudacity network tomorrow. I believe there's another offering of Paul and Amanda's mystery show tomorrow evening. Is that correct? Or tomorrow afternoon? And then Amanda on Demanda has at least temporarily moved to Saturdays while she's doing a live show. And we will see you next week for the seminal LoveCast 150. Next week at the same time. Thank you, Miss Jo Warren. You'll never get anything but honesty from me. Thank you very much for joining us. And yes, Karen, I will be bringing a light with me in anticipation of no moon. And I will see you all next week. I love you all. Good night.